Hello everyone, I am Sakthi, a Cybersecurity Analyst at BCBUZZ Technologies. My work focuses on identifying security vulnerabilities and analyzing evolving cyber threats and helping organizations building a strong and a more secure digital environment. Today, I will share insights on working WordPress security fundamentals, focusing on essential security practices on common vulnerabilities and strategies that helps protect WordPress powered website from potential threats. This is my LinkedIn ID and my profile. WordPress. Today, our session is about introduction to WordPress, importance of WordPress securities, and WordPress architectures, common WordPress threats, WordPress attack surfaces, WordPress security threats, security testings and tools, hands-on demonstration, WordPress security ordering, and security best practices, as well as introduction to WordPress. WordPress is one of the most widely used content management system. It allows users to easily create and manage and maintain website without extensive programming knowledge. We need not to pro in programming language. WordPress security focus on potential that a website from unauthorized access, malware infections, data threats, and website defections. Importance of WordPress security. The mostly WordPress security is critical for protecting the both the website owners and its visitors, like users and systems and users. Compromised websites can lead to several issues, including data breaches, financial losses, repeating damages, and search engine blacklisting. If a WordPress website is hacked, attackers may steal sensitive user information like passwords and etc. Inject malicious code. The malicious code are injected to steal some data. Redirect users to phishing websites. Yes, like as a copy of a website can be created by the attackers. Install backdoors for extra access without a user's permission. Default the website defect the website. Use the website to distribute malwares. Therefore, the understanding of WordPress security fundamentals is essential, mostly for developers, administrators, and cybersecurity professionals. The WordPress security fundamentals are the basic practice that protect a WordPress website from hacking, malwares, and data losses. Because the WordPress powers a large protecting of the web, it is a common target for the attackers. Like before the point, the stealing of some information, injecting malicious codes, instead of backdoors from persistent access. Mostly the we need to mainly we need to keep WordPress updated, updating the WordPress core themes, plugins, etc. Login credential must be stronger, more than 12 characters to strong in the passwords on the website. Avoid usernames like admin, root, etc. Keep a password like more than 12 characters. Next, WordPress architecture. Typically, a WordPress installation consists of the following components like WordPress core, themes, plugins, and database. In WordPress core, a core files are main files that take WordPress functions. These files are maintained by the WordPress development team. Like the development team may take care of the WordPress core. It is the foundation of every WordPress website and contains essential functionality needed to create and manage a site. Like it's a main base point of an website. It may include creating the posters and pages, managing users and media updates like image, videos, files, website settings like need of protection, basic securities and performance. It may include themes and plugins supports. Mm, the main WordPress core files and the folders are WP admin, like controlling the WordPress dashboards. WP includes contains more functionalities and libraries. WP content stores themes, plugins, and updates, mostly customizable. The important core files are wp config .php, the like a normal website configuration. The index.php, the main entry point. WP login.php, or the login point. WP settings.php is the load website settings. Like themes control the appearance and layout of the website. In a website, the themes can control designs of the website. It determines how your website looks to the visitors, and includes layouts, colors, fonts, and pages, and etc. Like the first impression. Yeah, website should be in first impression is best to the visitors. What WordPress themes does means, yeah, themes change the visually presence of the website without changing the core functionalities, without changing like a makeuping of a body. It controls themes, the website layouts, headers and footers, colors and fonts, pages and themes, etc., etc., etc. Example, the same WordPress content can look completely different if you switch themes, like a normal theme to a pro theme. A component of WordPress theme is template files. Template files controls page layouts, like a PHP file. Style sheets, CSS, control design and formatting, the image, functions, etc. Where themes are stolen, the themes are stored in a folder, like a WP contents less of themes. Each themes of its own folders inside this directory. Our next topic, plugins. Plugins add additional functionalities such as contact information, SEO tools, security tools, and e-commerce features. Yeah, small software added on adds new features and functionality to WordPress, like contact info, more than details, something at all. What plugins, etc. Extend what WordPress can do means contact info, SEO, search engine optimization tools, security protections, online store features, backups, something. Themes, plugins are also stored in WP content slash plugins. The own folders or plugins are inside this directory. Our next topic, database. Yeah, database of WordPress was mostly covered with MySQL and MariaDB databases. It includes post pages and commands, settings, plugins, moreover. While WordPress core themes, plugins controls how the sites works and looks. The database stores the actual content and settings of the website. The WordPress maximum uses the MySQL and MariaDB as a database system. Mm. Our common WordPress security threats. WordPress secrets are vulnerable to several types of cyber attacks, like brute force attack, vulnerable plugins and themes, SQL injections, cross-site scripting, malware injections. Moreover, in a WordPress, the security threats are the risky and attackers that can compromise your website data and functionalities are stolen by the attackers. Because the WordPress is widely used, it is frequently targeted for hackers. Understanding these threats is key to our safety. Like brute force Hackers repeatedly try users' names and password combination to gain access, often targeting the admin login pages, mainly the login pages of an WordPress. For preventing from the attack, we need to use the strong passwords, enable two-factor authentications, limit login attempts. Moreover, vulnerable plugins and themes. Plugins and themes developed by third parties may contain security vulnerabilities if they are poorly coded or outdated. They are an open source development. Yeah, we can also create plugins and themes, so we need to beware of it. Next, SQL injection. Hackers exploit vulnerable in your site to run malicious SQL commands in your databases. In SQL, the attackers manipulate databases queries through inputting input fields. Can steal or delete data from our WordPress. To preventing this SQL injection, use secure plugins and themes. Validate all input data. Keep data moreover strong. These are the preservations to protect our website. Cross-site scripting. We all know about it. Yeah, like cross-site scripting, inject malicious scripts into your site that runs in a visitors browser. Can steal login info or defect the site. Maybe slow down the site or steal our data, steal our mainly important things. Allow attackers to inject malicious scripts in a web page. For preventing this, sanitize user inputs. A password must be changed at least 3 months once. Like that, we need to update our plugins, themes, and security plugins. Updated. These are the preservations for cross-site scripting. Malicious injections malware injections. Malwares can allow attackers to maintain persistent access to the system. Without permission of an user or admin, we can access the system. First, our main topic, brute force attack. The credential guessing of attack. In a brute force attack, the credential guessing attack is a type of cyber attack in which an attacker attempts to gain unauthorized access to the system by repeatedly trying different username and password combinations until the correct credentials are discovered. In brute force, in the most common security threats targeting WordPress sites. In simple terms, when a hacker tries to guess our login credential by systematically attempts every possible usernames and password combination until they gain main access. The brute force attacks works under an process of identifying the login page using WP login.php. It's a login page of WordPress. In the user WordPress, brute force attack automated the tools to try thousands of passwords, more than a thousands of password combination to gain the main access. If our password is weaker like admin at 123, it may easily hacked by the attackers. These attacks are commonly used against login pages, unauthorized systems, and admin panels, including our next topic. In plugin vulnerabilities, the point before we gather the information as the plugins are a third party developer. In a third party risk, the unverified code qualities, like a simple code, the third party developers may not follow the security coding standards. Every coding standards has an standard to create an code which introduce vulnerabilities, the outdated softwares, excessive permissions, and abundant plugins, supply chain risks. These are the most risk we have focused. Plugin vulnerabilities is a security weakness in a WordPress plugins that hackers can exploit to gain unauthorized access, inject malwares, or take control of a website. Since plugins add extra functionalities to the WordPress, any flaws in their code can become a potential entry point of an attacker. Plugins vulnerabilities works under the code flow of SQL injection, cross-site scripting. The hackers identify the flaws, hackers exploit the flaws, and website is compromised. The common type of plugin vulnerabilities are SQL injection, cross-site scripting, remote code execution, file upload vulnerabilities, privilege escalations, SQL injection. The hackers inject malicious codes cross-site scripting. Also, a malicious script are added to our website. Remote the privilege escalation. The normal users gain admin access through the plugins, unauthorized plugins. The cross-site scripting also tricks logged in users into performing actions they didn't intend. The page is ours, but the access is under the attacker's hand. To protect against the plugin vulnerabilities, install only trusted plugins security plugins. We need to keep plugins updated pin to point. Remove unused plugins. Unused plugins must be removed to protect to save our website. Use security plugins, regular backups, monitor vulnerabilities alerts, SQL injection. SQL injection is mostly a database attack. The impact of the database, like a SQL injection, means the successful database attack can lead to secure and serious consequences. It includes unauthorized access to sensitive information, modifications or deleting of a database records, creating of a new administrator, exploiting of user credentials like our passwords and usernames or extra details which are included in the websites. The complete compromise of a website. It may be it all are the impacts of database attack. For preventing and mitigating the SQL injection, we need to protect against the database attack. Websites should implement several security measures. The validate and sanitize all users' impact. User prepare statements and parameterize queries. Keep WordPress and plugins and themes updated as before point. Apply proper access control to the database. Use security plugins and web application firewalls to protect our website. Cross-site scriptings are script injection codes. The script injection is a type of web security vulnerabilities where an attacker inject malicious security using JavaScript into a website to the script execute in the browser to other users. These attacks, commonly known as XSS, cross-site scripting. The cross-site scripting is a common security vulnerability in WordPress where an attacker injects malicious security into a web page viewing by other users. It may steal user data, hijack accounts, or detect websites to detect the defect the websites. In WordPress and other websites, applications script injections usually occurs when website does not properly validate or sanitize user inputs. How security inject works? An attacker finds an input field by common sessions, search bars, contact forms, URL parameters, much more. The attacker injects a malicious script into that field. The application stores or reflect the input without proper filtering. When other users visiting the affected page, the script execute in their browser also. Like example, an attacker might inject a simple script like script alert or access attack, just just displaying in our front pages. It may the vulnerable code to prevent from the access. We need to update our system, escape output from an unauthorized malicious scripts, update WordPress and plugins and themes. Limited user permission should be allowed. These are the permissions. Topic the WordPress enumeration. We are in the main point. The WordPress enumeration is the process when an attacker gathers info about a WordPress site to find potential vulnerabilities. It usually one of the first step in WordPress attack. While it does not implementally harm the site, it helps hackers plan targeting attacks like brute force, SQL injection, or plugin exploitations. The tools used by the attackers to enumerate the WordPress are WP Scan, WordPress site, WebSuit, a website testing tool to inspect and analyze the traffic between the browser, the Hydra, the password cracking tool, Nmap, the scanning tool to discover open ports. In Nmap, we may get more and more services information about the targeting servers. The Nikto, the detect outdated softwares and misconfiguration. The Metasploitable framework, the penetration testing, the framework used to test and exploit known vulnerabilities in the systems. Mostly, the common enumeration methods are author ID enumeration, version disclosures, plugin detections, theme detections, and moreover, enumeration is like a thief walking around our house to counting doors, windows, and locks to plan a break it. They haven't broke it yet, but they can map your weakness. Like we can make where is the weakness, we can spot it out. The more you hide and you secure your data and etc. We can save our website. The common tools, that means the common WP scan tools are WordPress vulnerability scanner is a security tool to identify security weakness and known vulnerabilities in a website. It scans different components of a website such as core, like a WordPress core, plugins, themes, configuration to detect potential security issues. These scans compare the detection components with known vulnerabilities, the databases to determine whether any part of the website is outdated or vulnerable to attack. A vulnerability scans can identify outdated WordPress versions, vulnerability plugins and themes, exploiting usernames, weak configurations, known security plugins. These are the vulnerabilities can identify. Hands-on demonstration overview. The duration, the hands-on sessions, the practitioner will learn how attackers identify vulnerabilities and how administrations can secure WordPress installations. The hands-on demonstration include the first WordPress setup, installing the localhost and WordPress vulnerability scanner. WordPress vulnerability scanner scanning, user enumeration, plugin vulnerability detection, brute force attack simulations, the WordPress security hardening. All demonstration must be performed in this session. First demo session, like a demo. First need to first we can see the theory process, and then we go to the demo process. First installing the exam app. Exam app is one of the most common to is a free and open source for the local server environment that allows user to run website on our own computer without needing a live web host. It widely used WordPress development and testing before deploying site on sites. In the elaborate of an exam app includes XAMPP is an acronym for X is a cross platform, works on Windows, Mac, Linux, etc. A is Apache, all you know, web server to serve websites. M is MySQL, like a database, MySQL or MariaDB. P is a PHP, server side scripting language in WordPress. And other P is demonstrating the Perl, the optional programming language. Why we are using an exam app is it's an user friendly app. Testing WordPress website locally before going online. Learn web development without needing hosting. All the plus point of an exam app. First of all, we need to install the application and start following the Apache and MySQL for a local host issue. Downloading WordPress. First, we need to download XML from an authorized Apache friendly.org. And next, we need to download WordPress from an official site of WordPress.org. First, we need to scan the website where the given website can be scanned by the normal scan. WP scan is the most commonly used scan of WordPress. WordPress sites can detect WordPress versions and install plugins, themes, security issues. These are the detections of the WordPress WP scan. Attackers try to identify valuable usernames like username enumeration demo. All you know, the enumeration means that in a cybersecurity, the process of collecting detailed information about a system or network or application is essentially known as enumeration. It is used by identifying users, servers, and shares, directories, and other resources that may help an attackers find vulnerabilities. Enumeration usually happens after recognizing and scanning in the penetration testing. The purpose of enumeration means like gathering of usernames, hoster names, network resource, running services, system configurations, shares folders, application versions. Moreover, there are common types of enumeration: the user enumeration, network enumeration, service enumeration, DNS enumeration. DNS enumerations are the subdomains and mail servers and name servers that are the application enumeration, hiding directories, plugins. So all the common enumeration tools are Nmap, WP Scan, Nikto, all. We need to run the WP scan of enumeration by you. The enumeration view means in a website, the enumeration is the content of WordPress or the process of systematically gathering info about the target WordPress WP scan will display user available on the website. It are like example admin, editor, test user, and which are all we are given as an username. Plugin vulnerabilities are the most common as a source of WordPress vulnerabilities. It's runs on our enumeration of VP WordPress and the vulnerable plugins. This command identifies installed plugins, vulnerable plugins, or CV references. Brute force attack. The attacker states multiple passwords day before page. We saw about it. The thousands of passwords are injected in the website to gain our access. The raku.txt. It's not testable because it's only for education purpose. File upload exploitation, the uploading of files. Some plugins allows insecure files uploads because the plugins are the third party preparation. So creating a file called shell.php, like example code, like shown in the page. Upload these files using a vulnerable upload features. In the browser, we can upload this localhost. Explain how attackers gain remote content executions in mind. The installed WordPress security plugins must be security by go to the plugins, click a new plugins, search the WordPress, install and activate, run security scans. Because the WordPress is a security plugin which was inbuilt in the plugin. Disable XML RPC, like injecting the code, limiting login attempts for access of one or two attacks. We need to the admin access. The limit login attempts to reload This prevents brute force attacks because the brute force attacks may inject thousands of passwords and usernames to gain our access. So we can limit the login attempts to prevent the brute force attack. Securing WP config WP config.php. WordPress attack surface. The WordPress attacks. The attacks are mostly attacks in the WordPress login page, the admin dashboard, plugins, themes, dashboards access, and file upload functionalities. The security best practices are enabling two-factor authentication and keep WordPress updated in the page by page. I told you. Installed security plugins like the WordPress since the first and securable plugins which was we used iTheme securities and limiting login attempts, disable XML RPC if not recoverable. Now we can go to our practical session. For testing our WordPress site, we need to use our Linux platforms like Parrot OS or Kali. Use your own username and user password. And I have my own username print quotes. Just go to the terminal. First of all, we need to update our system. For the smoother reactions and actions, we need to update and upgrade. Now we can update our system. That's all. Now we need to install the XMAP, which was in the Apache Friends is the main domain. We can install for Windows, Linux, or Mac OS. Now I am installing Linux. The download maybe will start in automatically. Download the last version, like 5 seconds to download. Or XML is downloading. The next WordPress.org. For downloading WordPress, we must use the WordPress login page of the WordPress. Here, get WordPress and download WordPress of last version. It may take few seconds. Let it download. Now, now directory. In Linux, we can't download a app or a application directly. We need to use like commands, or list. We appear the XMAP. Now we need to use sudo chmod of our of 777. 1 second. Just tab. Uh, all you have a doubt. The CH mode is the change of mode. It change permission of a file or a directory. There's Stephen R is it means recursive. Apply the permission changes to all files or subfolders, including the directories. The 777 means the owners, groups, or others which read, write, or execute all the access of an access of an website like well as you see the color which was when we give all permissions we get the color change of now sudo dot slash x. This is the entrance page. Just move on. Just clicking next. Just download the XMAP. Waiting for so few seconds. The time is going on. Okay. Let's see the download. The WordPress was downloaded. Okay. It's a basic. So we move on to the next. Um, like our topic, we need to scan or secure the fundamentals of an WordPress. For that, we use an site for info gathering like WP scan. WP scan URL of and the site. The site has trysaira dot space. It's our own site. In this command we can see the versions, the installed plugins, themes, or secure security issues, or just try of an own website is best. In this we can get headers, the robot.txt, the styra, the usernames, the versions is the 1.0.4, no plugins founded or no config back founded. Like uh, now we can use the username, the enumerate as you. This command is used to display the username, username of our site. It may help the attackers to perform brute force attack. WordPress versions, passive detections, like the user signed with the Logishwaran is one of our member. Trysaira.space, the logis.bcb who have developed the site. Trysaira.space, these are the usernames which we can display to see the enumerated plugins. We can use BP to see the installed plugins, the vulnerable plugins or CVE references all over. Enable plugins here, no plugins founded because the site is normally developing the sites. The next command is the brute force attack, which was used for password cracking. We can skip it because of the security purpose. These are the commands which was used to gather info or enumerate plugins. We may try themes. The enumerating vulnerable themes. Loading. Time's going on. Wait for a few seconds. Nished. As like as the plugins, there is no themes are also founded. We are coming to our end point. The monitoring helps detect suspicious activity like SOC analysis, the checking access logs, monitoring logs attempts, the scanning for malwares, reviewing user accounts, monitoring changes, early detection helps to prevent from the major security incidents. To hardening the security, we need to refer to strengthen the system to reduce security risks. Changing default admin usernames like the administration, root, something. Just avoid it and use a unique usernames to stay safe. Disable directory listening, restriction access to config PHP file, using WP application firewall, regular backups, monitoring website activities. That's all about today's session. The conclusion about our WordPress security is an ongoing process that requires continuous monitoring, updates, and proper configurations, and misconfiguration and outdated plugins and weak authentication mechanisms should be secure. The understanding of WordPress security fundamentals is essential for protecting website using data and organizations' reputations. Any question and answers? This is our login page of our BCBUZZ Technologies, the learn.bcbuzz.io. Seagats is also our website. This is our WhatsApp channel. If any queries or any doubts about cybersecurity or WordPress, you may contact us. This is our website also. You are very welcome. It's been a pleasure helping you. Consider these sessions officially wrapped. Take care. Thank you.